Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all already know who this is. This is Ron the fucking Don. Now, today, I want to talk about the recent headline of Trump getting indicted this past weekend or so, a couple days ago. All the liberals, mainstream media is so hyped up about it. For what? That's the question I want to know is for what? It's not like he's going to jail. I mean, he's a rich white man, so he's not going to jail. I mean, so it's obvious they just trying to prevent him from running. That's all it is. They want to prevent Trump from running when I don't think, if anything, this probably kind of make people like him more, especially people like myself who's anti-establishment. People that didn't care too much for Trump before, that's anti-establishment, and then now all the liberal media, the mainstream media want to do is pick on Trump all day. Every single headline in the mainstream media is about Trump this, Trump that. It make the person, that the average person, like him even more, because every headline is about Trump. Now, so people who don't like the establishment is definitely gonna move towards him now because they hate the establishment. People like myself, But it's a shame that this prosecutor, Alvin Bragg, somebody who's funded by George Soros, is going after Trump, because why didn't Alvin Bragg go after Hillary Clinton for those 30,000 emails? Trump is playing the same dirty game the rest of them is playing. So why nobody went after Bill Clinton, her husband, Hillary Clinton's husband, Bill Clinton, for the whole Monica Lewinsky scandal, sending him to jail for the Monica Lewinsky scandal? I mean, he got impeached near the end of his presidency, which pretty much didn't make a difference. But still, he didn't get charged and go to jail for anything. What about Hunter Biden, the whole Hunter Biden incident of Joe and Hunter Biden? Hunter Biden making millions from a Chinese energy company, and him's doing business with somebody from the Communist Party, from the Chinese Communist Party, making a company called BHR that has to do with the transaction of cobalt, a material that's being used to make to facilitate renewable energy. Why they don't go after Hunter Biden for that? Or him being one of the board of directors for an energy company in Ukraine called Burisma. By the way, he has no experience whatsoever. So obviously they put him there so he could get access to his father, Joe Biden, who's supposed to be our president. And now, next thing you know, we're in Ukraine. So how it goes from Joe Biden's son being Hunter Biden, being one of the board of directors at an energy company in Ukraine, and then now we all of a sudden we're sending weapons to Ukraine. So you don't think there's some type of connection right there? I believe it is. Any person with some common sense can see that. Well, so why don't go after, and why don't Alvin Bragg go after this guy? What was his? Nancy Pelosi for insider trading. Nobody, no matter, well, whoever it's not even Alvin Bragg, the guy, whoever's the Attorney General of California, why don't go after her for insider trading? Her husband facilitating insider trading during a pandemic. So could it be that all those mandates with the medicine, You know what I'm talking about, all those mandates with the medicine. I don't want to say on YouTube because I don't want to get shadow banned or whatever, or penalized or whatever for why I don't do that during the pandemic, during the time where everything was so fragile and everybody's fear was high, and during the time of inside trading during the pandemic. Why don't go after Nancy Pelosi for that? No, she's making policies doing inside trading during that time, making policies. So that right there, you don't think that's a conflict of interest? So why don't go after her for that? I don't know. So what is it, y'all? See, why? Oh, I forgot. It's because she's a Democrat. Hillary Clinton, Democrat. Bill Clinton, Democrat. And I forgot to bring up that Epstein trial too, where Epstein. I heard that the Clintons was involved in the Epstein trial as well. So why don't go after them for that? Because they're a Democrat. So I go to show you that the mainstream media favors the Democrats more. So that's why they don't go after them, but yet they go after Trump, who's supposed to be a Republican, when I don't look at him as a typical Republican, whatever. But anyway, that was it. That was my piece. That was my piece of That was my piece, and that's my perspective. So I'ma holla at y'all in my next video. And you like this video, hit like and subscribe. Okay? Peace. And leave some feedback too. Peace.